Mr. Abdul Kalam ji, very beautifully said that, situations change. And even we believe, as an astrologer also, and as a human being also, I would say, situations do change. A bird eats the insect and then when alive, and then that insect eats the bird when dead. Do not just lose your heart that आज बुरा है तो बुरा ही होगा अब मेरे साथ, या आज अच्छा है तो हमेशा ही अच्छा रहेगा, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं होता.
Astrology is a science in itself and contains an illuminating body of knowledge. It teaches us balance and is definitely based upon the synchronity principle. Hello and welcome to Rabbi Rashi Foundation. Ranju Mehrotra, a very well-known certified astrologer and a Vaastu consultant, a numerologist, offering 6 different services from matchmaking to teaching and to numerology. आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है रंजू जी. Tell us more about brand Ranju Mehrotra and what inspired you to begin with this journey. Over to you.
Ranju Mehrotra is a numerologist, an astrologer, Vaastu consultant, a teacher because I have been from a background of teaching, a life coach, and definitely a healer. And as you said, what took me to this path was my own life. Circumstances, teachings, and believing, because I was always a believer of destiny actually. A thorough believer that things are destined and there is a supreme power. Some power that rules us. Even after, let's go to a doctor and when they're operating us, the last resort, what do they say? Bhagwan pe chhod dijiye. So my own life has been actually the way it has taught me so much, and that curiosity that why did this happen with me, or good or bad, both the things. So it took me to this level.
Ranju ji, what actually inspired you with this journey? You were in a job before this, as mentioned.
Yeah.
Was it the faith or was it the need?
Teaching was my profession. I started my career as a teacher, and I have been working in renowned schools of Delhi, right from kindergarten, play schools to high big schools like Birla Vidya Niketan. I was a teacher there for years, and I was always actually a follower of astrology right away from my childhood. My parents were going to astrologers. They used to come to our place, and that childhood belief that yes, there is this science. I was somewhere inclined to the study. I used to read books of Linda Goodman, Cairo, and Bijan Daruwala, all those stuffs since since the time I knew how to read. Then later on, I did my courses. Although I was teaching in school, but I did my courses simultaneously. Later on, as I said before, there were few circumstances that happened, and I wanted to actually go deep into the study that, why did this happen? And it was already, told to me by certain astrologers that this will happen at this particular age. And when that happened, I could relate that yes, 3-4 years back, XYZ astrologer said this, and exactly that has happened, which was totally out of my belief, which was totally out of my personality, and that actually made me believe more. See, Vastu Shastra is a science. I will not say, in fact, all these occult, it is a science. It goes with logic. But yes, again, as I said, there is nothing above God. So there are miracles. There are stuffs that happen.
What are the different services you're offering and you help people get over their problems? Over to you.
Rashi, I am a numerologist, astrologer, Vaastu consultant, counselor, life coach, as I said, and also a teacher. So personal guidance is the first thing, which basically includes everything related to your life, your career, children issues, marriage issues, anything you can think about. Then are the remedies and the gemstones. And it all depends upon your planetary positions. As I said before, it all depends how the planet is working for you, and accordingly the remedies are given. gemstones or mantras, whatever is necessary is given. Then I do positive vibrations for my clients. Because see, what happens is a person who is disturbed, whether physically or mentally or financially, it's very general that your mindset goes negative and you are not in a position to think positive in your life. So here is what I do. I kind of work as a charger to them, like your mobile phones. You need a charger when it's dying. So I'm a charger to their life because see, it's all destined. What has to happen will happen. It's me or no one can change it. But what we can do is just change our mind, just change the way we think. And when we are ready to adapt a situation, that is where these kind of gemstones actually they also do the same thing. They change your mind. And when you're ready to take that negativity, your situation changes. So I have students, I have been teaching numerology. Then what I do is, as a Vastu consultant, I'm a Mahavastu consultant. So I do give remedies for your commercial place or your residential places. If we have to build it from scratch, then yes, it's a site plan. Or if people are staying in a particular house and they need certain changes to be done, then that visit of a site is also there. Or I can take a plan of their house and definitely give them remedies.
That's absolutely wonderful and a vast, area of services you're offering, handling. See, there are a lot of astrologers, numerologists in the market. You move out, every second neighbor is an astrologer. Now you tell me one quality why people or our communities will come to you. What is your USP? Over to you.
I totally agree, Rashi ji. There are many astrologers and there will be many more to come. Because nowadays, you won't believe the huge amount of teenagers are believing into this science. Because now medical science is also actually asking astrologers for certain help. And right now, even I'm doing a course which is basically medical astrology. So science is getting into it. And so why people should choose me, or why they should come to me, or why are they coming to me and sticking to me? So this is first of all that I really listen to them. And I have never given a timeline to my calls with my clients. Whether it's half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, even to 1.5 hours, people have stretched that time with me. I don't go with my rate with questions and timings. It's totally on you and me. Till your queries get solved, till you have questions, you can totally continue your calls with me. I have kind of, always connected to the problem of my clients. I try my best to get into their shoes and understand their problem, think as a layman, because I know what's going to happen. I am seeing their chart, so I know that this thing will happen. But as a person, they don't believe it because it has not happened as of now. Or if they're very new with me. So it takes time to understand. It takes time to know that if I'm saying, with God's grace, things have been good enough and they happen.
Personally, dealing with Ranju Mehrotra, I think वो कभी भी किसी चीज का वहम नहीं डालते हैं, which is the most amazing part on being an astrologer. Now, Ranju ji, please tell everyone what exactly is the effect of numbers in our lives.
Numbers are, connection between us and the divine. We have 9 numbers in numerology. And each number is ruled by a planet. And each planet has a lord. So every number has its value. Okay, let me take number 3. Now, planet Jupiter rules number 3. All right, Brahaspati. So Brahaspati Lord is the ruler of this number. So anybody who is born on number 3 or the total of number 3 will have certain similar characteristics, similarities. Now, I don't mean all number 3s will have same destiny. No, but certain characteristics will be same. Like if you go through a zodiac, fine. Moreover, little here and there, if you take a Taurus personality, some characteristics will be same. They'll be little adamant. They'll be somewhere like a bull. Now, not 100%, but more of like. The same way are the numbers. People have been saying what is there in a name. But as a numerologist, I would say there is a lot in a name. Because the calculation of your name matters a lot. If it does not suit your number game, your whole numbers of your date of birth, your personality number, your destiny number, believe me, it plays a very important role making your destiny or making hurdles in your destiny. With my own example, my full name Ranju Mehrotra. It comes to number 9, which is great for spirituality. So I use it. But at times, if you see my visiting card, if you see my YouTube videos now, I use only Ranju. That comes to number 6. That suits my date of birth because I'm a number 6. So these are the ways, and that number, that calculation really inspired me somewhere in my mind that I'm connecting to more of media now. Now, the number of your house, it plays such an important part. Anywhere, somehow, so like in my starting of the session with you, I told you that certain things in my own life inspired me to get into this. The same way a house number did that to me. So ups and downs are anyways part of our life. But one of those reasons was there to force me and to convince me once more that yes, I need to study numbers. Because one of my numerologists told me that, you're staying in a wrong number house. This number does not suit you. And I was like, fine, I do believe in it, but kitna bigar jayega? Kya bigar jayega? And something happened which was totally, it shook us. And that was one of the points which, convinced me that yes, now there is no question mark left in my life that destiny or numbers, now house number could do so much to us. Getting us into a good path or getting us into a bad path, knowingly, unknowingly, you tend to do those things. Not wanting, obviously, nobody wants a bad phase in life. But yes, definitely, I agree, it's destined, it will happen. But, it's like, to explain in a very layman manner, God has actually sketched our life. It's already sketched. It's already made when you're born. The planets' movement, the planets are made, your date of birth is made. So all those things are sketched. Now it is on a human being to fill colors in that. And fill colors is in your hand. So that is why I say hard work matters. It is not only that you don't work hard because it is destined and I'll sit away in a chair and keep waiting things will happen. No, you have to paint your picture.
COVID has created a havoc for many business houses. Some have survived, some have finished. You think Vastu treatments can help one professionally to revive? You think so?
Absolutely. Vastu treatments really help, and it's not a very new science. It's a science since ages, from our ancient times, in fact. Right away, if I go back to our lords, Lord Ramji's and Mahabharata, all those, or Mughals, let's not go too far away, or Mughals, all the forts, everything had Vastu planning. If you take those houses or take houses that were built years back, not now, not these builder floors, but initial houses, it was so Vastu friendly. The washrooms, the toilets, they used to be separate. They were not combined with our bedrooms. That is the actual way it should be. Why are we so much into health issues now? Why are we into so much of mental disturbances, marriage issues? I will not say, see, we have to move practical also in life. Now population has grown, modern houses are there, we have just one floors to live, we don't have those high-end plots made, and we can't do that now. But in those houses also we can create positivities with right directions. Vastu Shastra has, everybody believes we have 5 elements: air, water, space, fire, right? So these elements are there. This is very scientific. Everybody knows this. There are four directions, the major directions: north, south, east, west. There is no question mark on this because we have been studying it since our childhood. So, and actually there are 32 directions in Vastu, broken up into north, northwest, south, southeast, this way. So it is very important that our directions are in a correct way used. Or we can use certain other things. There are many remedies, Because, but yes, I would always say if a person is starting something from scratch, like building a house, building a factory, should always take a Vastu consultancy.
Again, it is more about harmony and synchronization, what Ranju is talking. Ranju ji, आप ये बताइए, आपके कोई social initiatives हैं since you are into spirituality?
I have been in connection with certain people like Linus Club. I'm a part of a Linus Club, which basically help out more of females, but poor people or needy people. So being a part of them, routine also. If I take 10 clients a day, just as an example, and two or three are free ones also, where I would actually love to help. There are people who need help, but due to certain reasons, or nowadays, especially from past 2 years, they are not ready to shed out money or are having that constraint of money actually. I have actually been working on empowering women, especially as being part of Linus Club, and generally, I try to convince, especially the housemakers who are doing great job all the time, and I really tell them to learn numerology and start earning just as a part of it. And the good thing about that you're earning makes a big difference. And moreover, there are lots and lots of students, and especially girl students, who have been here with me learning numerology and further courses going for astrology, because astrology is a little more technical than numerology. Vastu, people and girls are really interested in Vastu now because people have been facing these practical issues. So I'm trying my bit in all my ways, monetary wise or some other way from my numerology, helping out people. But I actually, Rashi ji, I actually believe of not telling much of my social work. That's something, हम कहते हैं कि दान इस तरीके से करिए कि एक हाथ से करो तो दूसरे को भी ना पता चले.
Ranju ji, you are based out of Chandigarh, and we are connected to people worldwide, all over the globe. Now, how can people reach out to you? What are your timings?
People can really reach out to me very easily through social apps. I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and definitely WhatsApp and my number. And moreover, people have been kind enough connecting me. I have clients all over the world, all over the globe now. Maybe it's US, Canada, Australia, Dubai, UAE, for that matter, Qatar also, and whole of India, Ludhiana, Delhi, Punjab, and everywhere south of India. So basically, my great initiative is like, my mouth publicity has been great, and that is the first thing that really matters for any work, I would say. And but especially our field of occult sciences, because one person actually telling the other one with their own experience. My working hours are from 11 to 8, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And still, I have always said that I am really helpful. I would love to help people. So even after 8, like at times, because of different countries like US and Canada, the time zones are different. So I do work before 11 also for them, and after 8 also for them.
Ranju Mehrotra's details are available in this feed or on this video as well. You can also email her. So she has her own channel on the YouTube itself, which you can just reach out to her. The link is available on the feed. Her details are available on this video. Whosoever is seriously involved in the pursuit of science becomes convinced that a spirit is manifest in the laws of the universe.